what is there to really say at this point? It's obvious what's going on with the team. There's no, like, it's obvious. Just like I said, it's obvious what's going on. It's a poorly constructed roster. Poorly constructed. You can't rely on young guys to make your team a contender. The reason why they're 2-13 on the road is because they have these young guys. They're just not ready. They're just not ready to just be to be that team. Those guys here, they're just not those guys. JP's not ready to lead the second unit. That's why GP2 and Otto and Damian Lee and JTA were all so valuable, because they knew the system, they knew the players. They've been there for years. Well, GP2 had been there the year prior. Otto was another piece that was there, but he was just really smart and a really good basketball player in general. So he really fit the system. Damian Lee and JTA had been there. I think Lee's been there since 18, 19. And then JTA had been there since 1920. I remember his first game. Now, I think that was a Lakers game as well, which is crazy. But, yeah. Do you see how valuable those guys are throughout all the road games? All the road games, their veteran presence is just, yeah. And the veteran presence is severely missed. Yeah, you could just see the young guys, they play better at home. Role players and young guys tend to play better at home than on the road. That's why the Warriors are 2-12 at home, 2-13 on the road. It's obvious that the Warriors need to make a trade. Jermichael Green's garbage. Let's keep it a buck. He is garbage. James Wiseman is in the G League as a second overall pick. That's obvious right there. That's obvious. No reason to even play Ty Jerome and Anthony Lamb. Those guys are on two-way contracts. They can't even play in the playoffs. I don't know why they're even getting minutes, because there's no way. There's just no possible way they can play in the playoffs. They can't play in the playoffs. And what's his name? Lamb, he can't. No. He's not good enough. He's not a good enough NBA player to be getting high minutes like this, and especially be playing in the playoffs. The fact that he's done this good so far is actually really good. That's actually a really good part. That's just good, but he's not good enough to be in the playoff rotation. No. He should not be there in the playoff rotation. No. What? There's only really two guys I see that could really stay on this roster. Obviously, Jordan Poole got paid, but I don't see him as untouchable at this point. At this point, I don't see him as untouchable. I see Dante. He's untouchable at this point. I think he's only really been him and Kuminga. At this point, have been the only two untouchable players off the bench. I'm a Moody guy. I saw him. I remember him out of dang it, what? Oh my God, I forgot the school. Arkansas. Arkansas. I loved him out of Arkansas. I wanted him at 7, and we ended up getting him at 14. But Kerr hasn't even been consistent with his minutes. He was good this game though, but I don't know if he's untouchable. We have to see. We have to see what happens with that. But those only two guys off the bench that are untouchable. Jordan Poole's been disgusting. I'm sorry. Low IQ plays, low IQ passes, slipping all over the place. I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, he's just... It's just sad at this point what's going on with JP. He had a good stretch, and then he went back to garbage again. You're going to pay $140. You can't be playing like this, man. Like, it's like his shoes. What is going on? Why does he slip? It feels like every possession. I'm watching him yesterday. I'm watching him today. I don't know what's going on with him. Why do you slip every possession, it feels like? What is going on? Why is his IQ so low? Why does he... I thought he was going to come in this season and average 20 off the bench. And, like, seriously, I thought he was going to come in and actually be an all-star this season. He's nowhere near that. Nowhere near that this season. He's putting up high numbers, but on low efficiency and low IQ plays. He's working every single day, it felt like. I've seen him post and post. The work ain't working right now. You better work harder. The Warriors better pray Steph Curry's okay. At MRI tomorrow, they better pray he is okay, or their season is finished. Or they better hope he's coming back for the homestand, because if he's not back on the road, dude, they're already one game below 500 at this point. So you better pray he's okay. Draymond is so weak. He is such a weak-minded player, man. I'm being serious. I thought he was. It's like every time Steph goes down, he just complains. 2 techs and he's out of there. He literally cost us the game, actually. I actually think the Warriors had a chance in this game. And then he gets 2 techs that actually really led to the Warriors losing, in my opinion. The Warriors tried to make a comeback. The guys tried to fight back. But Draymond is supposed to be the vocal leader. Everybody says he's not the leader. Don't give me that. Draymond Green is not the leader of the team. Steph Curry is the leader of the team. That is not a debate. I don't care what you say. Please stop saying Draymond Green is the leader of the team. He's not. Okay. Yeah. Steph Curry fought. He just fought throughout this whole game, man. I felt bad for him. Exhausted at halftime, exhorting, putting all his effort into winning this game. He had 38 with like 4 minutes to go, it felt like. I think up until he got injured, he had 38 points. I don't know what time it was, but he had 38 points up until that point. He was probably going to get 60 points for the Warriors. He probably put up 60 for the Warriors to win, if he could. That's all I got to talk about. Next game is against the Sixers. Steph's probably not going to play. He shouldn't have played tonight, to be honest. But the season was pretty much, it felt like it was ruined when that 5-game losing streak at the start of the season. Steph Curry, we're just scared when Steph doesn't play because we know there's a good chance we're going to lose. It's time to make a trade, Bob. Bob Myers, it's time to make a trade. Joe Lacob, wake up. This team isn't going anywhere, especially without Steph. They're on Wembynyama watch without Steph Curry. Wake up.